Hey guys, here we are with XENA season 1, episode 13. And in the last episode, they were helping Helen of Troy, and Gabrielle ended up knowing one of the soldiers. It was actually the guy that she was betrothed to. So I guess he ended up leaving their hometown and ended up going to fight for Helen at Troy. And they were in the midst of a war, and Helen was with this one man, but they may have loved each other at first, but then I think he just wanted to win the war, and then he just wanted her because she was pretty, and the man who he was fighting against also wanted Helen, and because she was pretty. And then the guy she was with, his brother, which I think his name is Paris, and then his brother ended up killing him because he wanted to be with Helen because she was pretty. And Helen ended up, once XENA saved her and did all that, Helen wanted to basically be a normal person, and she ended up walking away with Gabrielle's ex-fiance to I guess the next nearest town or what have you. But yeah, so Gabrielle and can't remember what that guy's name was because it's been over a week since I watched the last XENA episode. I miss it so much. So they made out in the last episode, but they didn't get together. The sad thing was I think that actually Gabrielle did want to get with him this time, but then he was like, oh, I assume that you don't want to be with me, so I'll just leave. And then he did. So yeah. And that's where we're at. So anyway, if you want to check out this episode completely unedited or get early access for the next ones, please feel free to check out my Patreon and the link in the description below. But yeah, let's go ahead and jump into this episode. Is she currently doing this, or is this from the past? She loves doing that trick.
Just hold her there a minute.
You know, it's not polite to interrupt a bard when she's relating a heroic tale. Thanks.
That was beautiful.
Who trained you?
Train me. Oh, no one. I mean, not in the classical sense.
The Amazons.
I like stories.
Then you're going to the competition?
What competition?
The bard competition. For the Athens City
Oh,
Academy of the Performing
he's
Bards.
talking about the
Only
telling
the top 4
stories.
contestants will get an invitation.
And besides, being a bard is not for young ladies. Stories of housework are just not popular. Come on.
What?
Stories about
asshole.
housework.
I just talked to this guy from Karamis. There's a Cyclops there stealing cattle from the local farmers. We can be there by tomorrow morning. I guess I don't have to ask if you're interested.
How far is it to Athens?
Actually, she's not.
Are you sure it's not just to show up this guy's father?
Well,
Little bit.
so he irks me a bit. But this is the academy. Am I supposed to pass up my shot at a dream come true?
Nope. No one should pass up their dreams. How long would you be gone?
But XENA's not going to go with.
Oh, maybe 4 or 5 years, or maybe a little less if I study real hard.
4 or 5 years.
You'd hardly notice I was missing.
Thanks for being my family. You're like a sister to me.
Aww.
Now go get your dream.
I hate my name. I'm going to change it to something dramatic, something heroic. How about,
What is it,
Draco.
Eugene or something?
Draco. No. Not Draco.
You must know by now you can never escape your past.
That was episode 1.
XENA, celebrate your dark side. Don't run away from it.
I still don't understand why those people that who was standing on their heads, they could have just let him fall so he would lose. I mean, she's not gonna be in
Oh,
there.
it's got to be there.
This is very strange. They forgot to list your lodging.
They did? I specifically asked for the double bed with the view.
For the time being, you'll be staying in the servants' quarters in the Hall of Zeus.
Oh.
All artists suffer for their art.
At the end of that time, 4 will be chosen from this group to continue on. Great storytelling. It comes from our...
Well, it's obviously going to be her friend. And her. Probably that Euripides guy, or however you say his name. Oh. Why did he stab that guy? Was it fake?
What you saw just now was an event. Now, how do you make it into a story?
That was a cheat. Then came the hardest part. I had to say goodbye to someone I cared for. Wait, there's been some kind of mistake.
No, Gabrielle's
Well,
no mistake.
just like every episode, she ends up caring for someone.
This can't be happening. You see? There was no moral to your faking your death.
I have a feeling he's gonna get pissed.
Yeah, I'd like that.
Son, come here.
Oh,
She's the
the
competition.
sexist father.
Now remember what I told you. Keep to yourself. When we get in,
But what's the moral?
Well,
Moral.
the moral is actually kills all the bad guys. Why, that's not enough?
It's a little empty. Not that it wasn't
Boring.
exciting. I mean, you really had me going when he tore the chains from the wall.
Yeah.
I relate such a tale as told to me by a witness to the woe and suffering. She was merciless.
Yep.
Using her feminine wiles in her
remember
acts
that.
of unscrupulous treachery.
In the
You do this for all your
Hercules
warriors?
episode.
Special ones.
Oh. I hope there aren't too many of those.
Right now, there's just you. Okay. I can't argue with that. But it's only half the story. You see,
And he yells a lot.
inside all of us, there's a yearning to do good, to be good. And it's the same with the warrior princess.
Good story, huh?
He's just gonna miss her.
Adventures Xena's into now.
I just used to close my eyes and try to see the story take place. I didn't care whether the audience liked it, only whether I did.
Okay, well then there you go. Get back to that.
Yes. My dad says I can like it after I'm in the academy. First things first. He's right, of course.
Even if his son has to be miserable.
You sure about that?
I didn't say you weren't clever. Polonius?
my son and I ran into this young
Oh, of
lady in a
course.
tavern. She didn't know about the academy until my son told her.
Yeah, I kind of had a feeling that was going to happen because that guy didn't look like he liked her all that much. And then the dad of the guy obviously does not like her.
Hello? Hello! You're the one interested in the Aphrodite shell, right? Better snap it up quick before he gets it. 5 dinars.
I'm afraid you have me confused with someone else.
I liked him right away. I didn't know if I'd ever
I thought
seen
that they
him,
would be
but then
the perfect couple.
He showed up at just the right time.
Is she only going to talk about the male relationships that she's had? Or also, like,
And then we had to
with
say
her and the
goodbye.
Amazons? I mean, she has had a lot of male, like, relationships.
None of us will be performing unless Gabrielle is allowed to compete.
Gabrielle cheated her way into the competition. She's been disqualified.
But it doesn't mean she's not worthy.
You do know you can be disqualified for this, too.
The child was quite courageous in the face of danger.
Although I could swear that that baby was gonna end up getting, like, shaken baby syndrome or what have you. I mean, look how many times they freaking threw a baby.
It's madness that this young woman was left out of this competition. She must be allowed in. Art
Damn.
will never take second place to rules and regulations.
Performance was bold.
Is it really?
Yes.
Yeah.
No, it was terrible. Come here.
Damn.
Start at the beginning right now.
I sing of Atlas, the greatest of times.
This is not a game. Come on, give me a performance. Stop it!
Dad's a fucking asshole.
What are you talking about?
Orion quit the competition and left for home. I hope you are happy with yourself.
It's not her that made him quit.
But if we sit here long enough, we'll go back to being still again. Go back to being calm.
Yes, but
But the stone's still
now
under
there's
there.
a rock at the bottom of the lake.
It's not part of the lake. It might look as it did before, but it's forever changed.
I sing of
Shielded his orbs.
Revelator. Tell me myself.
She probably turned it down, so I'm sure she got in. She probably just missed all the adventure.
So who won?
I did.
And what are you doing here?
I know this is gonna sound stupid.
It's always something.
This is gonna make a great story.
Okay, so I admit I am not a big fan of this episode, but I just... Mainly because I think a lot of what I like is the action and... It's, you know, it's... This episode, not that it wasn't good, because I think it was good, it's just not one of my favorites. She just... I feel like the whole point of this episode was just retelling good parts of previous episodes. So, but yeah, I felt like the whole point in this episode was that it was just retelling what happened in all the other episodes. And I couldn't get past that part. But anyway, yeah. If you want to check out this episode completely unedited, or get early access for the next episode, please feel free to check out my Patreon and the link in the description below. And if you will for me, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next episode.